Welcome to 2 Minutes Bio. In this video, we'll discuss nucleus and nucleolus. Eukaryotic cells contain structures called organelles within their structure, each of which forms a compartmentalization that specific functions take place. In contrast, prokaryotes don't have these organelles within their structure. Let me describe each cell organelle with some analogies. First of all, the whole cell is like a factory that is specialized to produce proteins. Each cell organelles have their own roles in the production of protein. Someone has a directly related roles in the protein production process. Others have indirectly related roles. Let's start from nucleus, which is one of the most important organelles. In the middle of the cell, we have a dense circular structure called nucleus. Nucleus contains all the genes of an organism. If you look at the functions, the function of nucleus is to code amino acid sequence. Here's an analogy. When you cook something, you need to see a recipe to cook it precisely. As well as cooking, you need a recipe to produce protein. Genes are the recipes of protein that code the composition of amino acid of protein. Nucleus is a huge library of the factory that stores all the recipes of protein produced within the cell. Let's look at the structure of nucleus. It is surrounded by a double-layered compartment called the nuclear membrane. Imagine a nucleus as a room of the factory manager, and there is very important information within it. And cytoplasm is a production space of the factory where active protein production is taking place. So since the nucleus contains very important information, it is clearly separated from the cytoplasm. However, although the nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane, the internal structure is not completely isolated from outside. They have nuclear pores on the surface of the membrane, which allows communication with the cell's cytoplasm. All cells in our body have a common nucleus. So every cell has a whole blueprint of an organism, but each cell selects a fragment of DNA when they produce protein. Now let's look at nucleolus. It is located on the core of the nucleus and looks like a dense globular structure. Nucleolus is a production site of rRNA, which is the main component of ribosomes. Since the function of the ribosome is to produce protein within cytoplasm, ribosomes are like factory workers of a protein factory, and nucleolus is like a production site of those factory workers. So we can just simply say the factory of factory workers. Although the name resembles nucleus, they are clearly different structures, so please be careful.